Hi Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading for December 3rd through the 9th. For those of you who do not know, this will be a general reading for the week ahead. General reading for the week ahead. One card is going to be pulled for love. And if you want a more detailed love reading, be sure to check out the love readings that have already been posted for December 1 through 15 on the channel. And then in a few days, I'm going to post for the second half of December as well for love. And then you'll get a notification when that is posted if you are subscribed to the channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Your Monday, Tuesday, Aquarius. Your Wednesday, Thursday. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then a card for love, of course. There's your love card. And we'll see what is happening the week ahead for Aquarius. Ooh, you're starting the week off with the Devil card, my friends. So for me, when the Devil card comes up, it's going to mean a few different things. This is a major arcana card, so this has to do with a pretty significant transition that you all may be going through or you may be facing. And so it could be insecurities or challenges in that way that you're dealing with. It could be that negative ego coming up in your head and telling you you're not good enough, you're never going to make it, you're not that lucky, things will never change. It could be that evil little voice in your head that's putting you down or discouraging you or making you believe that you're stuck or hopeless in some way. For other ones of you, it could be a karmic relationship, maybe even a shadow flame for some of you, not a twin flame, but a shadow flame, where there's a lot of attraction, a lot of a very strong pull, and this could be somebody that's affecting you and affecting your life in a negative way, but you may be having a very hard time pulling away from them. You might be having a very hard time to keep from thinking about them. And it could also be somebody who has a lot of power over you sexually through like sexual attraction, or maybe like the chemistry between you guys is really strong, or the sex is like really amazing or something. And so you're putting up with a lot of things that you shouldn't be putting up with, but they seem to have this transfer or this spell over you. Again, it's a general reading, and so this energy could apply in different ways, and I try to go over the different scenarios that it might be manifesting in your lives, because many different people are watching this, but it's going to be different for different ones of you. Be sure to check out the moon sign and rising sign videos as well that are posted, your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those will add more information, or they may resonate with you more than your sun sign even. Your card here for midweek is Knight of Swords, guys. So there's some kind of conflict here that might be coming up. There could be a disagreement. There could be a confrontation, especially if you have this card coming up here with the Devil card in the beginning of the week. And then you've got the Swords card coming up, Knight of Swords coming up in the middle of the week. Some of you, you're having to battle against these negative thoughts. You're like, you know what? I can't live this way anymore. I can't have this voice in my head constantly putting me down and insulting me. And so some of you, because the sword signs have to do with communication and thought, thinking ability, some of you are like, I really have to take control of the way that I'm thinking. And some of you are being a lot more conscious about what is being said to yourself in your head, your internal dialogue. You're really beginning to take steps to take control of that and to think more positively towards yourself. Other ones of you, especially if you're dealing with a situation where you do have somebody who's been manipulating you, or somebody who has been like, not dealing with you in the best way, or hasn't had the best intentions towards you, you may be confronting this person, or there may be a situation that's arising where it's forcing you guys to talk about something. And so there might be some truth being revealed in that process, or there may be some argument happening in that process. Some of you are deciding that you want to break away from a toxic or controlling or negative relationship, and that person might be like, not so fast. That person might be coming up and just really being very take charge, like you're going to listen to me and we're going to do it this way, and that's not necessarily the best attitude sometimes. For some of you, though, like I said, it could just be more within yourself. You're tired of the way things have been. You're tired of being down on yourself, and you're deciding to move forward, and you're not going to take the crap, and you're cutting through the crap, and you're cutting through the negative self-thought, and you're just going about taking charge in some way. Again, like I said, general reading is going to apply in different ways for different ones of you. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is, it is again argument. It is disagreement, Aquarius. You all might be in for some disagreement or some arguments. So as you're, okay, this is what I think is happening for a lot of you. This is how I'm going to put the cards together. Some of you have been dealing with some level of manipulation, okay? And you're deciding that you're done with it. You don't want it anymore. You're so over it. You're moving forward. You're going about in your independence in your own way, what you feel is best for you to do. Five of Swords could be the aftermath of that. Five of Swords could be a conflict, a disagreement, an argument where you are in the right. You're in the right. You have every right to be upset. But to me, Five of Swords comes with a warning, and it says you're about to win this argument. You're about to win this disagreement. But if you're not cautious in how you're having the argument and what you're saying and what you're doing and how you're moving forward, you may forever burn this bridge. You may overkill. You may go too far with it. So this is, to me, when I see Five of Swords for myself, like if I'm pulling cards for myself and if I get Five of Swords for me, the way that I handle that is, okay, you know what? Like, you might be right about the situation. You may have a lot of reasons to be upset, but maybe let yourself calm down before you have this confrontation or this discussion. Let yourself kind of calm down so there doesn't have to be drama, or it doesn't have to escalate or become a big deal. And typically that ends up being really good for me. So, it could be something that maybe you want to try with yourself. But this does tell me that there could be a pretty big blowout over something that maybe later on you regret. Maybe you don't regret having had the conversation, and maybe you know that you're in the right, but you're like, man, I kind of regret the way that went down. That kind of became a big deal, or that kind of turned into a scene. And maybe you don't want to have that energy, right? Or maybe you don't want to burn a bridge. So just be cautious as you're going into that confrontation, whatever it may be. Sounds like there may be some trouble ahead, my dears. But if you handle it with a cool mind, like if you're able to cool yourself off, you might be able to avoid it. Your love card for the week, Aquarius, is Nine of Cups. And this is fulfillment. This is satisfaction, okay? But because of, and I don't typically read this card in this way, but because of these other cards that came up with this energy for the week, I think for some of you, Aquarius, you might be dealing with a partner or a person that is seeing you as being selfish in some way. And for a lot of you, this is maybe for some of you, there is some self-work that could be done. Maybe for some of you, there are ways which you could be more selfless. But I think also on the other hand of that, for some of you who aren't, selfish, but you're being seen as selfish, for some of you, it could be that it's a matter of self-preservation, and it's something that is happening for you to be able to say, you know what, no, I'm not a selfish person. And you might be having this situation with a partner because maybe growing up as a kid, you were made to feel selfish, or you were made to feel needy, or, oh, it's always about you. And maybe you didn't have a very nurturing environment, right? Maybe growing up, you were made to feel like you were a burden, or you were always wanting things. And then so having this situation as an adult, you're able to say, hey, you know what? No, I'm not selfish. It's okay for me to want things. It's okay for me to want to be happy. So for some of you, you're coming into that right, or that realization of as a child of God, unconditional love is your birthright. As a child of God, happiness is your birthright. Having your necessities met is a birthright. So for some of you, it's coming into that balance and being able to say, I have the right to be happy. I have the right to, go after the things that I need and what I want. So for some of you, it could also be finding a balance, having to find a balance between rightfully fulfilling your needs and being, selfish in some way. This is different for different ones of you. For other ones of you, there's other ones of you where you don't have that issue. This could be a very positive card in terms of your wants and your needs being fulfilled, and finding ways to fulfill them yourself so that you don't have really heavy expectations of your partner and you're not getting upset by them. You're not getting your feelings hurt. You're not feeling upset because what you need, you have. You're good. You're content. And that person is just a cherry on top of the sundae. They're just kind of a little bit extra in your life. But you're not with them because you need them to give you anything, if that makes any sense. Again, guys, this is a general reading. It's going to mean different things for different ones of you. Some of you are breaking up with somebody and you're like, I don't even need love. Like, to heck with it. I don't even need love. I'm good on my own. I've got all of these cups. I am happy. I am good. So again, general reading, it'll apply in different ways. Check out your moon sign and rising sign. Check out the love reading that's already posted on the channel. And in a few days, I'm going to do a forecast for 2019 for what's coming up the year ahead. So be sure to subscribe and hit notification if you haven't already. And then you'll get a notice when that video is up as well. Let me know if you need a private reading, guys. All of the private reading info is listed in the description. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your journey. Till next week, my friends.